welcome back to the River Arrow in gorgeous Herefordshire. I'm Rob Pilley and this is Rob's Water Adventure Part 2. I'm here with my gorgeous, whoa! Nearly fell over there. I'm here with my gorgeous family, with my two kids, Ethan and Scarlett, and our gorgeous Isabel. And this river is where me and my brother were born and raised pretty much. We used to come here on holidays, jumping in the river, being right little pickles. And in this river we used to go exploring, we used to go climbing up the weir, we used to go bashing around in the deep holes down there and really just exploring and having a brilliant childhood. And now we've got our kids here as well. And what I really wanted to do was to bring these kids here to explore and find this monster that lives here in the river. Now it's not a pike, it's not anything that's going to come along and try and eat you, but it's something that's an animal of legend. And when we were little, me and my brother were absolutely terrified of it. I'm of course talking about leeches. They're absolutely famed, aren't they, for being bloodsuckers. But one of the amazing things about leeches is only 1/3 of them are actually bloodsuckers. The other 2/3 are absolute carnivores. They go around using their sucker-like mouths, sucking up whole prey, such as snails and worms. And I'm going to take you guys and these kids out to find one of my favourite leeches, one of the biggest leeches in Britain. It's called the horse leech, and they live just along here, under all these pebbles and rocks. So we're going to have a look now and try and find some horse leeches because they are awesome. Just look along under these rocks. Because the horse leeches, as much as they hunt in the water, they're looking for snails and worms. They spend most of the time up here on the bank. Here's one. Look, come and see. Look at that. It looks like, it's like a giant bogey. Look, can you see it?
Oh, yeah.
There you go, look at that. Hang on, very carefully. Oh my goodness, that's a really good size one. Come here, gorgeous one, or is it two? No, it's just the one. Yeah, let me lift that out. Look at that. That is a horse leech. Oh, look, see this end here? Look, see it's long and pointed. So that's what's known as the anterior end. That's his head end. That's his head sucker. And in there are his mouth parts. And he's got 3 jaws that nip like that. Look at that. I'll put my hand next to him. Like that is a really good sized leech. What a beauty. Isn't he gorgeous? I'll just pop in. What do you think? Good? You like him?
It looks like a slug.
It looks like a big slug.
That's creepy.
But that's it. So this, yes, of course, hon. So if you wet your hands, honey. That's it.
That's creepy.
That is a beautiful looking leech. Right, there's a good one. They pop him on your hands. So you have him on your hands. There we are. Right, you bring him up to your face so you can see. So this front end here, the pointy end, is the head end, and up that end it's incredibly sensitive. And he's got eyes in there. He's got eyes in rows, which you can't see because they're really tiny. You see, like he's hunting around. But can you guess? This is a horse leech. So what do you think these guys eat?
Not horses.
Not horses, no. That's it. Back in the day, they were believed to suck the blood of horses. But in reality, these are a carnivore. They use this anterior sucker, this front end sucker, and they go up and they find earthworms. They'll find big old earthworms and they suck them up like a bit of spaghetti. So you know Lady and the Tramp when they're sucking the spaghetti?
Yeah.
They do exactly that with an earthworm. And look, and on the back end here, if I turn him round, they've got his back end sucker as well. Look, and he's holding on to me, look, with his sucker there, look. There you go. But me and Chris, my brother, we were absolutely terrified of these when we were little because we were convinced they were going to try and suck our blood. But it turns out, no, these are just an awesome carnivore. Aren't they beautiful? I love them. And then do you want to pop him down, Scarlett? Just pop him. He was just under those rocks down there. You pop him down there. So normally he'd be hunting in the river, but this time of day he's decided to come out and he's just going to hide under these rocks. Isn't he beautiful?
He looks a bit like a brown worm.
Yep, they are. Well, they're an annelid. They are a worm. So they're an evolved annelid. So as opposed to being like a normal earthworm, which lives in the soil and feeds on soil and filter feeds, these guys are a carnivore. But of course, a lot of relatives of these leeches, they aren't carnivores, they're parasites. They suck blood. But the horse leech, my favourite leech, is a carnivore. How cool is that? So yes, we found a horse leech. I love horse leeches. What do you think, little potatoes? You like horse leeches? Cool, eh? Right, I'm going to carry on hunting along the river now, try and find some more leeches. Yes. So if I just scan along here, these rocks, look how beautifully flat they are. Let's have a look under here, see if there's any more leeches. There's got to be some around here somewhere. Hang on. Oh, look, there's another one. Look, no way, that's a whopper. Look at the size of that one. But you probably can't, oh, flip it. All this grass is in the way. Hang on. That's real life for you. Here you go. Look at him. Can you see him? Can you see him? Look, under the roots.
He's camouflaged.
He's really well camouflaged. Look, isn't he beautiful? Look, in amongst these roots, I very carefully lift him out. Come on, gorgeous. I was going to say gorgeous boy, but guess what? These guys aren't a boy or a girl. They're what's known as a hermaphrodite.
Oh, come on.
These are neither male or female. They contain both male and female bits. So I can't call him a gorgeous boy or a gorgeous girl because they're a bit of both. Oh, there he goes. It's starting to unfold. Look, you can actually see, look, on the right side of him, look, that's his posterior sucker. That's the main sucker for holding on. And to the left here, that's going to be his front end. Look, he's going to unfurl in a moment. You're going to come and say hello. Come and say hi. But I was absolutely fascinated by these when I was little. Aren't they beautiful? I was fascinated but terrified. And that was one of the things, when we first came across them, we were convinced they were going to suck our blood. And then read a little bit and you learn about them and you realise that these guys aren't going to suck your blood at all. They are an awesome, awesome carnivore. Look at that, look. There goes the anterior sucker at the bottom, just exploring around a little bit. He's got his posterior sucker attached to me now, just holding on. And his anterior is going to start exploring. Here he goes. Hey, look at that. Beautiful yellow stripe along their side as well. Look, isn't he gorgeous? And what they do is, once these guys are pregnant, they then lay their eggs inside a beautiful cocoon. They then lay their cocoon in this gravel. Then eventually all the tiny little leeches will emerge and they explore around. They look for little tiny worms as well. What a beauty. Right, let's pop you back where we found you, gorgeous. There we are. You go back down there. Oh, eventually. There we are. Pop him down in his burrow. Exactly where we found him. I'll pop him under his rock. So it's yes, leech number 2. So cool. Right, should we go and have some lunch?
Yeah.
I'm starving hungry. Right, we'll see you guys soon, okay?